Hello and welcome. I am just beginning today with clearing my space. It's my first reading of the day, so I always like to clear my space, even though I've cleared it the day before. I still like to clear it. I'm going to also ring some chimes. And that helps to bring in spirit and to be able to clear any old energies that might have been sitting here. So I'm just going to invite you to bring that cleansing into your home. And then I'm going to set it over here. And we will begin our reading. So welcome. My name is Dean. If you are a first timer, welcome. If you are already present here with your energy, welcome back. I have had Egyptian energy that has come in this morning. I had an initiation with Isis myself this morning after this will be a while back when this is posted now on my site, but I actually did a grid clearing, live grid clearing through my Dragon Mother channel that I did not know I was going to be doing. And Isis came in this morning and initiated me. Apparently they've been waiting for me to step into that. So, oh, my candle went out here. What is with that? Okay, don't let anybody snuff your light. Don't let anybody snuff your light. That's weird. Okay, so let's see with the Egyptian energy who wants to come out or what they want, the message they want to bring us. The pyramid wanted to step in today as well. I haven't had a pyramid in my readings, but they wanted to step in. All right. I'm going to take one from that. I'm also going to take from this Star Dragon deck, and this is the area that they wish to talk about. And then this is the subject of the matter. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So we're going to get a few more cards here, and then we will begin. So I really feel like a lot of you have stepped into a new energy. My video glitched as I said that. That's confirmation. I feel like a lot of you have stepped into some really fresh energy here. I feel like more people are finding the channel. Interesting how Saturn turned over here, because Saturn is karma. And we can look at karma in many different ways. You know, we can look at it as, oh, it's a terrible thing, or it can simply be the energy that we're putting out is coming back at us. And there's the throat energy. So you might be holding something back, or you might be speaking words. Be really careful of your words, because words have a lot of power within them. And I feel like this is the spoken word somehow, is what they're talking about, the spoken word. What we are speaking into existence, what we are manifesting by how we are talking, how we are speaking, and the energy that is coming from within us. Because as within, so without. So how we are feeling within is what manifests on the outside. And again, as I talk about karma, I've got some noise coming. And that has been typical. That has been happening when I talk about karma, how I end up having a bunch of noise that happens outside every single time. So if you watch my readings on a regular basis, you will have noticed this, because I have definitely noticed it and have said, like, look at all this stuff. Every time I talk about this noise is happening for us. So it feels like something like that, like it's um, almost like a self-fulfilling, okay? Something that you are bringing in because of your own belief system, okay? So that's really fascinating. So I'm going to see what the Egyptian card is. Oh my goodness. Resourcefulness. Knum. 21, which is a 3. Resourcefulness. Hmm. How are you using the skills that you already have or what you already have on hand? Is what this card is talking about. Yeah, this is about not wasting things, knowing what to use. You know how some people can build beautiful art out of trash that somebody else would think is trash? That's what this is talking about here. So this is talking about recycling of energy in some way here. So let's see what Saturn says here. Embrace the tasks before you, knowing that through dedication and hard work, you can achieve your goals and lay the groundwork for your future. Yeah, and that's kind of what I they had me say was that, you know, what we believe is kind of what we receive here. Let's see what else we have from the cosmic Aquarius. You are passionate about creating a better world for all, but as you extend your energy to the collective, remember to nurture your own well-being. Yeah. Resourcefulness can even talk about not trying to do everything on your own. What is at your fingertips for you to help? What is available as a resource for you that can help you? Sometimes it's really hard for us to allow help in our life. And that's what this is talking about. What resources are available to you? Oh, there's two here. Okay. Space. And again, this one came out one of the last readings when I cleared my space. This came out as well. And it's interesting how it came out again as soon as I did a space clearing before I started my reading, because that's not typically, what I do. Typically we'll do it off camera, but they've had me do it on camera a couple of times. So yeah, this is really being aware of what's around you. As far as resourcefulness, what is not useful, all of those things. Letting go of what is not serving you, and that can even be clutter in your environment. Okay? And this guy here looks like he's up on a pedestal here. Putting something on a pedestal. Thinking too highly of something. Everything is equal here. Even when you are working with the light, like the gods and goddesses of the light, you will find, and the ascended masters, they really don't like to be called that. They simply want to be heard as the wisdom that they hold. Okay, they don't want to be depicted as being better in any way. That's my experience as a channel medium, and I think if you listen to any number of channel meetings, you will find the same thing. That the message is always that no one is better than anybody else. We are all here with equal importance, okay, equal validity. We all have a purpose, and it's of an equal value regardless of what that purpose is. Okay, grief. This one came out as well. Losing something, leaving something behind. And with karma, that can definitely happen. With the way this is talking about, you are passionate about creating a better world for all. It feels to me that you might be leaving, and like I said, this came forward in a previous reading. You might be leaving something behind you that you have built, that you have created. to move on to something better, to be able to follow your dreams. And then we have choice, understanding consequences. Yeah. And again, that's karma. What are you trying to hold on to, even though you want something better, you're not willing to give. And by give, I don't mean giving to other people. What I mean is to allow something to move away. Like we can't constantly accumulate without letting anything go because we can only hold a certain amount of energy. The energy simply has to change within us. When we try to hold too much, we can become very stagnant and tired. So it feels like there's something within that clutter that you can use, something that has been buried in the clutter. That's a very strange message. Very strange message. Okay? I'm going to pull from the Shaman deck, what they're called. Shaman's Journey. And see what messages they want to bring. Okay. So we have Eyes of the Eagle, rising above the fray. This is a 9 and this is a 9. Yeah, seeing something from a higher perspective in some way, seeing something differently. Like it feels like here with this resources card that there is something that you are not using, that you have. You have it. You're just not using it. You don't think it's valuable, but it is. Something you possess is very valuable. And I'm talking about valuable, not in the sense of maybe, it's worth a lot of money, but some kind of gift or something that you possess within yourself that is part of you is very valuable and it needs to be shared. How can you share that? Looking at things from a different perspective here with the eagle. And then we have Deep River, diving into a task. Okay. And a 10. So this is about something completion. It's interesting how this is a 9 and this is a 9. Understanding consequences, diving into a task. Yeah, you're being asked to go within. You're being asked to go within. Aquarius are very quirky and really find different ways of expressing themselves. And that's what it feels like this resourcefulness is talking about. Some kind of personality that you might have, characteristic or something within you that wants to be shared. Okay. Just ensuring I clear all these decks. I don't use them all the time, so I like to clear them. We're just in the aftermath of the full moon too, so, which is interesting because this feels like Scorpio energy, and that was the moon. Although when you receive this reading, the moon will have been past. We would be at least a week into it or after it. Hummingbird spirit, joy. Yeah, this is really looking at, and the sweetness as well I'm receiving. And this reminds me of the Isis initiation that I had this morning that was brought to me. The sweetness. She brought honey. Interesting. Joy. And then we have the crystal cave here to trust. And again, we've got a 9 here. Got a lot of 9s here. So you might be seeing a lot of 9s. 9s is as well about the self. I always feel it's about some form of self-realization, self-love. You know, even with the 9 of Wands itself, you know, that wounded healer, right? The pain, the suffering. The 9 of Swords is about worry. So it's all about the self. And it's always about the perception of the self. What do you see within? And that's what this eagle is talking about here. How are you seeing it? Are you seeing something as a negative, or are you seeing it as a positive? All experiences that we have both. Everything here is a paradox, duality, polarity, and everything has both. And the greatest significator of enlightenment is being aware of that, being aware of where you are sitting within that, and asking how you can learn from it. What can I find? What is the wisdom within this experience? That's what enlightenment and awakening is all about. And as you do that, you shed light onto that shadow, which of course changes and shifts your vibration, which moves you more into a state, that frequency of light. And I don't want to say higher, I want to say lighter, okay? A lighter frequency. Because even the polar opposite of that frequency is the same vibration, Spirit tells me. Okay? One is simply a heavier of that, one is a lighter of that. So when we shine light upon that, it makes that a much lighter. So if we think of it as weightedness, you know, do you feel really burdened with something like this? You are sitting, if you do, you are sitting within the wounding of something. Whereas if you can feel the lightness of that energy, you have healed that aspect. You have brought in the lightness of it. And you then will carry that ability to be able to help someone else to shine light upon that situation that they have experienced that is similar to yours. Okay? So let us see. I want to see what the tarot have to say about this. If the tarot has any more. It's my little tarot card. I usually use it for clarification. So I want to see what the tarot, if the tarot has anything more specific. And here is the 8 of Swords when I first shuffled it. The 8 of Swords is the feeling of being trapped. But you're not trapped. You are actually sitting within a cocoon, they're telling me. This is a pause for you. It's a pause, okay, where you're going within. We talked about that already. Going within, this deep dive here. Going within to find the wisdom. And the wisdom is within us. We are a reflection of the universe, and everything is within all of us. We simply have to be able to rediscover it, remember it, be triggered. Okay? That's fast energy. The 8 of Wands just came there. Let's see. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. It's a lot of cards. Okay. Okay. They came out in this one. This one I'm going to put them out. So we've got the Son of Swords, which the Son of Swords is air energy. Okay. And, you know, really fast moving energy. It can move towards things really, really quickly. So upon the realization of whatever this is for you that is stepping forward with the choice that you are about to make, through rising above something, once you do that, you're going to be able to move really, really quickly. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is someone that is working towards mastery or has achieved a mastery in something, okay? This is what the Eight of Pentacles talks about as mastery. And we are always moving towards self-mastery. So when we move into like the Nine of Pentacles, for example, the Nine of Pentacles is self, more of a self-realization, mastering the self, okay? And that's what this is talking about, is that you have been working on self-mastery, okay? I feel like you have gained, some ground upon this with the wisdom. And here's the Nine of Pentacles. Isn't that interesting? Like it came in the reverse, like this. So you have been working hard on this and you are about to achieve this. Like the Nine of Pentacles right now, with it sitting in reverse, doesn't mean that, you've done something wrong. It simply means that you are on the path to this and this is coming in. You don't even know. You're not even aware of how far you have come. You're not even aware of that. You just think you're way back here somewhere, maybe in the Five of Pentacles, feeling some lack, but you're not. You are actually very, very close. You're not even aware. It's going to come in very, very quickly with this Son of Swords sitting here, and it'll just be bam. There's just something that has to be completed, it feels like here. Going within, seeing things from a different perspective in some way. There's some kind of karmic situation that has been happening. There is a situation that's been repeating itself within your life, and you have to be able to see why that is repeating, what that trigger is, what that is, and to be able to see it from a higher perspective. And then you are going to be there. And you've been working on, and they're not saying that you haven't been working on. There's been a lot of other things, but there is just this specific situation that just keeps coming back around. Okay. Oh yeah, and here is the Eight of Wands. This is one of the fastest cards in the tarot, the Eight of Wands. So this is definitely going to happen really, really quickly. Once you get to that state, it will be very, very quick. It almost feels like, it could be like a surprise kind of tower energy almost that comes in, but a good tower. The tower always ends up being good, but in the moment it doesn't feel like it. Okay? It feels like, oh, right? Okay, and here is the Empress. And again, the Empress is in reverse. She's in reverse because you aren't quite there yet. But this is what you're working towards. Okay? This is what you're working towards. And when it comes, when you begin to realize yourself and who you really are, you will step into this. Because you will find yourself worthy of it. Yeah. Son of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is in reverse as well. Like this is standing still. Like you've been in a pause and you're like, when am I ever going to move? You're constantly been asking that question of spirit. When are things going to change? They're going to change when you have self-realization, when you have realization that you are everything and nothing. And you are everything. You are all polarities. Okay? And you are here having this human experience. And when we realize that we are not here to judge the experience, but that everything is meant to teach us, that is when we can move into this Empress energy here. Okay? Taking everything else off of this pedestal. Okay? This is what we're reaching for. We're reaching. No, we're not reaching. We're not reaching for anything. We are remembering who we are, our divinity within us. We're not looking to somebody else for salvation. We're looking within. We are our only salvation, our own salvation. We are here as a reflection of everyone here, and everyone here is us. Right? I am you and you are me, just in a different experience, a different aspect of that. So in me helping you, it helps me. Okay? And when we remember that we're all in this together, right? It changes, our perspective change. Now we have compassion. We have compassion when we realize that these are simply lessons that we are moving through here. Okay, we are moving through our own history, our own karma that we have created from past experiences, from turning away from the light and moving into greed, those kind of things. We have created this when we are selfish and self-centered and jealous and competitive, envious of others, when we want what others have instead of wanting to take it from them, instead of sitting in gratitude for what others have, and then that will come to us as well. It's okay to want things for ourselves. It's just not okay to want somebody else's or to want to take somebody else's away. Why do they have that and I don't? Right? You can have it too. It doesn't have to be them or you. It can be all encompassing. Look at this. Here's the Mother of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. This is about somebody that is sitting in their material wealth, okay, within the material world. Okay, this is money, abundance, love, this is somebody that knows what they want. They're grounded, they're rooted. Okay, they're able to manifest in this world. And then we have Temperance. And Temperance, again, is in reverse. We've got a few cards in reverse here. And Temperance is about the alchemical. This is about realizing the part that we play. Okay? Quite often, Temperance is seen as, that balance as well. When we learn the proper mixture of things within our life, when we learn how to balance, that is when we create. That is when this comes out, this Empress energy comes out and we create. What do we got on the bottom of the deck here? Oh, look at this, the High Priestess. The High Priestess, you guys. What's beneath her? They're asking. Oh, and there's Judgment. And I even said about Judgment. Judgment is about realization of the self. Okay? Acceptance of the self. Of who you are. Accepting who you are for your truth, rather than the fantasy that we are moving into only goodness. We already are that. We already are that. In our human body, we are learning what things work and what things don't, so that we can make changes within this world and other worlds, so that we can create worlds that are thriving and that thrive, right? Okay, one last card and then I will close out this reading. While I shuffle, I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining me here today. If you're still here, thank you so much for listening to the reading right until the end. I appreciate your likes, shares, subscribes, comments. All of it helps my channel to be seen and for our soul family to be found, because that's what we want. We want to be able to find those that resonate with us so that we can co-create the world that we desire. Okay? Within a frequency that is matching who we are. Okay. Last time. Oh, solar plexus. And there's light codes on here for you guys with the solar plexus here. So I'm just going to send that out to you guys. And this is radiant illumination. Okay, so we're going to send out, and the solar plexus is where our personal power lies. Okay, it is our own sun. It is the connection with the central sun. And as I'm doing these light codes, I want you to connect a beam of light from your solar plexus, imagine it connecting with the sun and like a liquid gold streaming in to your solar plexus from the sun, from our life giver. Okay? Father, Son. I want you to imagine that. And I'm just going to send you light codes to receive. Just say, I receive. I open up to receive in my highest and greatest good what is for me at this time. Okay? And let's see. I feel like I got something stuck in my throat here as well. So within this personal power as well, somebody that is going to be taking on their personal power will have and feel more of a sense of expression, because this is expression within the throat. Okay? Oh my goodness, it's weird. It feels weird. Okay. You can put your hand on your solar plexus and one on your heart if you desire. And let's take in a deep breath and begin. Shashashala, shashala kika, kihananai, kihananai araskita nish karatai, aranai, aratika leka, lekana ara awa anika, awa inaka la skita la tikai. Tika ana shko shkarai nikatai, oretitai shkatai, namashatai ara no ala katai, oshni, oshni, oshni arakata. Okay, beautiful souls. Thank you for joining me here. And until next time, please remember to always let love be your guide.